Hi, and welcome to AUTOcad Basics Video 1. For this presentation, we are going to be doing a series of videos on AUTOcad Basics. How to use the program to draw just simple shapes, how to manipulate those shapes and change them into something else. And we're doing this in an effort just to give our viewers just a basic understanding of AUTOcad and how it works in case you're interested in purchasing it from your local reseller. You'll notice at the very top left-hand corner of the program, I'm using the version of AUTOCAD called AUTOCAD Architecture 2008. They have various platforms ranging from mechanical drawing to survey drawing to engineering drawing to full-blown architectural drawing that architects would use, to scaled-down versions called light versions of AUTOCAD as well. So be careful in choosing the product you want. Make sure you get the right one for you. I use AUTOCAD Architecture as my discipline is architecture, and I do design buildings for a living. So with that being said, right beside it is AUTOCAD Basics.dwg. That is the name of my drawing. To name your drawing, you just type in the word save as, hit enter, and then you pick your folder on your hard drive where you want it. You rename it down here and you hit save, and it'll ask you to replace it or to save it. Yes, you just hit yes, and away you go. Below that is file menu. It's basically the same as any other program out there. All the same features and options are down there. What I like what AUTOCAD has done is you can set from 1 to however many, and it keeps track of all the different files that you've worked on in the recent past. So instead of having to go through your hard drive every time to find it, it'll be listed there. And if it's, I've got mine set to 10, I believe. Just click on the one you want, and away you go. Edit is the same as every other program. Again, your cut, your copy, and your paste features. View, you have regen, regen all. What regen and regen all does is you notice these little white stars, so to speak, or dots on the screen that I'm creating with my mouse by dragging the windows across. Those are called blip modes. They can get quite heavy and actually clutter your drawing quite quickly. So regen simply clears them. If you go view, regen, see, it takes them away, and then you're free to start drawing again. View, regen all, regens the entire drawing, whereas regen just generates the screen. Basically does the same thing. Below that, you can split your screen with viewports into various screens. There you see I've done it into 4 different screens. And again, I can pick one by moving the mouse over, and you see the crosshairs jumping. You just simply click in the window you want to work on. View, viewports, another 4, and there you go. You have all these. Now, what's kind of cool about this is that if you're working on a large project, you need to see multiple things at one time. This is where you use viewports. I've used them on quite a few occasions on larger commercial buildings where you have to see a bunch of things at once. You want to make sure that if you're getting into multiple viewports that you do have a second monitor attached to your computer, so that other things like the modify box that I just brought up here doesn't cover it. I usually put all these boxes and dialog boxes on the second monitor, keeping my screen clear. And I'll show you what happens if I put a circle in here. You'll notice it shows up on all of the viewports. If I want to hit a 3D view of it on one of them, you can see how it changes the one that I'm working on for whatever. So then if I was to draw a line from the center of that circle out, it then shows up on all the drawings. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So we'll go back one viewport, and we'll go back to our plan view. We'll do a Q save. I like to do saves every so often. You don't want to be having to redraw a whole bunch of stuff because you failed to resave. You can also set how many minutes between Q saves or automatic saves that AUTOCAD will do for you. I think I have mine set to every 15 minutes. Insert different blocks and stuff. There's the Design Center, which gives you a whole list of different blocks that AUTOCAD has all created for you. These are all 3D blocks. You simply drag and drop. I put 2 in Most houses don't need 2 dishwashers, but for the sake I put 2 in. You go into 3D view, type the word shade, and you can see that you have now 1 dishwasher. Very handy. Go back to plan view, you toggle over here to wireframe, 2D wireframe, and it brings you back to your clear screen. Just erase that. Format, this is something that for the basics you're not ever going to probably use other than your layer tools. They're very important, and we will be getting to those in a later video. Document, again, is when you get more into putting notes and your dimensions and your tags and all that information on your drawing to basically finish it up. The 3 tags that we're going to be using in the next few videos is draw, modify, and dimension. You'll be able to draw most things using these 3 dialogues. You'll also notice that at the top of my screen I already have some of these dialogues up. This one here is the modified dialogue. Down in the bottom is my dimension dialogue. And you notice how easy it is with AutoCAD to bring them off the screen and snap them to the actual command line, so to speak. As I type in 90% of my commands, so I just have these up for the sake of showing you, the viewers, what they're about. And how you access those menus is you just put your cursor up in the top corner off the menu, click your right mouse button, it gives you all your menus that you can bring in. And there's a whole bunch of preset menus, and you can, once you get more into AutoCAD, you can configure it any way you want and reprogram them. Thanks for now. This is the end of video 1. Please stay tuned for video 2.